Daily sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New York Jets. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
That's it. Great. I got it. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Newton. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Gun. Here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. 61 yards. And the Panthers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jets' 27-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Johnson, an even 90 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Off play action. Newton. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Mike, 53, Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges,
On first down, Newton. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On second down, McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident, because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Wilson. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll buy some time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson, 34 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 118 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 10. That's a 38-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson out to his left. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Michael Carter, who played nearby in college in Chapel Hill. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Jets.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. 1st down, Jets. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got. I set a tone, fellas.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd and 7, Wilson, and he's got it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Johnson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Watch the slant. Watch tight end.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's outfield. Hey, it's on now. Shoot.
It's a first down and more for Davis. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Newton delivers this one to McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
8 yards to go on second down. They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 141 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
He's not going to get me. Check. 53's mine. Check.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Going quickly out wide to Moore. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
And the Jets 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Wilson now off the bootleg. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the 1st half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets are an extra point away from leading this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. They have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The drive starts with a completion left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
20. 53 the mic. 53.
Now it's Newton. That'll be taken in by Anderson. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Newton. Rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Here's Newton. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
To throw again is Wilson. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man. And
they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On second down, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. From this spot, likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Again, it's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They try the left side with Johnson. And some room to roam now. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 198 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Trying to run it in. Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Johnson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jets, it's a victory in the debuts of Zach Wilson and Robert Saleh, 2 guys whose fortunes will be intertwined in the years to come. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.